every Monday from 9 to 9:30 to 10. It depends with the topic that I'll be covering. So for today, we are covering, unleashing the power of social media, the strategies that you can use to skyrocket your brand in 2024. Now I'm going to be sharing three broad topics, and then under those broad topics, then we are going to cover some few bullet points there for us to just see, what are the strategies that we can actually take in 2024, implement them in our own businesses. If you are a small business owner, or you're a large business owner, or you're a large business, these are strategies that you can use to drive your own business. Now, my name is Sam Kariuki. I'm a digital marketing strategist. I've been doing this for the last 12 years. I've ran ads. I started off running or doing article writing, blogging, SEO, search engine optimization, then came to website optimization, and then social media came along, Google ads. All those I've done them. I've spent millions and millions of customers budget on running ads, whether on Facebook or Google ads. So I know a little bit about digital advertising, and that's where that's my forte. That's where I'm really good at coming up with the strategies that actually work and executing those strategies. So thank you very much for joining us. I really, really appreciate. So make sure that you're commenting. I'll be reading your comments as we go along. Yeah, and see what will happen. Now, I want to make this quick, but I have a lot to cover, but I want to make it quick. So it will be done maybe in under an hour or even less than that, right? So I've prepared the first section. I'm going to run you through some slides, and then that is for the first point that I'm going to make. I'll do that, and this will be about navigating the digital tides and the emerging trends in social media. That will be the first thing that we are going to tackle, the emerging trends in social media in 2024. Then we are going to tackle, creating content that actually converts, and for this one, I've titled it Content That Converts, Understand the Art of Creating Shareable and Engaging Content That Resonates with Your Audience, leading to increased brand awareness and loyalty. Remember that on social media, what we are trying to do is to build trust. We are trying to build brand loyalty. And it's important to understand what type of content do we need to create, and how do we go about creating this content so that we can build that brand loyalty. So then the other one, the last point that I'm going to make there is about analytics and ROI. So we are going to dive into social media analytics to measure the effectiveness of your campaigns and discover how to maximize return on investment. Remember, every business is looking to maximize return on investment. So thank you very much, Stella Isuzu Kenya. You're from the Llewellyn Masterclass. Yes, thank you very much. I wasn't actually able to join live, and I was just watching the recording, and he's a really good guy. He's doing amazing work there. I really follow him. I watch him, and he's doing a really, really good job there. I've learned a lot also from him. So yeah, so now let me share these slides. So the first thing that we are going to tackle there is about the emerging social media trends in 2024, and what is it that you need to be mindful of, or the things that you need to look out for or utilize in your own business. And for the first thing that you need to know there is that short form video is going to dominate. It's going to continue dominating the social media social media industry. So creating short form, bite-sized, engaging video content. This is something that you will want to continue doing. So TikTok dominance is going to continue, and it's going to even be more dominant than it is right now. And also, Reels, Shorts, all those are type of content that are really getting a lot of traction. They are giving you huge reach, and they will be able to build your brand and create loyalty, create trust among your audience. Also prioritize mobile first storytelling. So that is something that you want to consider there. So the next one is that you will want to consider the AI revolution that is coming along. AI powered content creation tools are on the rise, and you should use them to personalize experiences, automate tasks, and also generate unique visuals. But always remember that authenticity still reigns supreme, and keep the human touch. The way you keep the human touch is by responding to the comments, and engaging people, even going offline to engage with people, because with the AI, it's very easy to create content. It's very easy to generate content, and people will want to see some level of human touch, and just think about it in that way. So the other one is community creation. Follower count, will continue to diminish, and people, brands, and even your audience, you will find more value from your audience if they are engaging. So follower count is losing its shine, and you can see the focus, and that people are taking, the brands are moving towards people who are, or influencers who are able to actually engage more with the clients, or the audience. So if you have a huge following, but that following is not engaging with you, that's an issue, because then they are unable to engage with your clients. And one of the main thing that brands need to understand is that it will be hard for influencers who are unable to get people to engage with their own content to actually get the same audience to engage with your audience, even if they create that audience on their platform. You see, so focusing on building active and engaged community, that is what you want to do. Foster conversations, by responding to comments, and encourage user-generated content. User-generated content, this is the way to go. Even if you're running ads, having user-generated content will help you, will actually help you to, using user-generated content will actually help you, build brand loyalty, for people to trust you, because people will trust those people who are more authentic in the way they present their content, basically. So the other thing there that you can have, the other thing you can have there is, let me go to the next slide, is social commerce. You can see that so many people are now converting on WhatsApp. You're running your ads on Facebook or anywhere else, or even creating that content on those platforms, but people are converting. Instead of going to your website, people are converting on your WhatsApp. So they are coming to your WhatsApp, asking you questions, and then converting, sending you the messages and all those. So it's now going beyond the likes, beyond the comments, and social media is actually going on to complete the whole process of payment. And there are some places where you have Insta Shop, Facebook Shops, and there are countries where Facebook is actually completing the whole process. You can actually pay using Facebook. So all those are instances where, or trends that you need to look out for in 2024. The other one is a full screen focus that captures attention. So basically, you've seen content on Reels, on Shorts, on YouTube, or even TikTok, where once you click on that piece of content, it fills your screen. That's what we are talking about, full screen focus. And this one maximizes your mobile first, or it maximizes user engagement and immersion in your content. You know, they are not seeing other things, other buttons probably on the screen, and they can only see your content, and that way they are able to complete or to watch further down your content, and that's how people are able to watch more minutes, you know, from your content. So that's something that that is relevant. So how does AI work? This is Stella. How does AI work? How does it work in layman's terms? So AI, there are so many different tools that are out there that you can use for AI. So let's say is Stella Isuzu Kenya, right? Now you can use AI, and AI could be from ChatGPT. I have also done some few videos. You can check them on my platform, on my Facebook platform. You can check out some of the AI tools that I have highlighted that you can use for either understanding your customer. Let's say you are Isuzu Kenya and you want to understand your ideal customer. You can actually ask AI to give you, that customer avatar, create a customer avatar, create the content that you can create to capture that customer's attention. You know, you can even look at their pains, you know. So now, right now, using AI is very easy for you to go on and research your own customer avatar. There is Google has this, they are calling Bard. So you can go to bard.google.com and you can research your customer avatar there. You can research the content that you can actually create for that customer using those tools, and it will be easy for you. You can generate, there are AI tools where you can generate video content. And this is the reason why I'm saying human touch will be important. The need for me to come in front of camera and speak, it's only going to increase, because it's so easy now for people to create AI generated content and videos. So I don't need to know anything. I can just research and put it on AI, and AI will produce content for me. So in terms of offering services, actual services to businesses, for those people who are offering services, for those people who are selling product, it will be important to stand in front of camera and speak, so that you can enhance that human touch. Because for influencer and for creating, as an influencer, I can create content using AI and I can get a huge following, and now brands can come and advertise on my platform that way. It's easy, you know. I don't need to show my face. I don't need to show my voice. Don't need to show that I know anything, you know. I can just create content, have a huge following, and then monetize that audience, right? But for people who are offering services, for people who are business owners and they need to speak to individuals, you will have to show your face. You will have to be able to speak in front of camera, and you'll have to show that you actually know what you're talking about, you know. And you can use now AI tool to generate that content. You can use AI tool to, you know, eliminate the writer's block and come up with ideas of things that you can talk about with your audience, or the type of content that you can generate. So the fifth one is focusing on that. Yeah, ChatGPT is good. Yeah, there are so many other AI tools that you can use there. So in terms of the other trend that you need to look out for is Web 3.0, and this is now coming onto social media, and social media, either this year or next year, these are things that we are going to start using. Even Facebook is looking into using blockchain in terms of identifying users, because one of the greatest challenge that we have had as advertisers on this platform, these social media platforms, is when it says that it has reached, when Facebook tells you we've reached 60,000 people or 200 people, how can you verify that? If it says I've reached 20,000 people, how can you verify that? There's no way of verifying, and Facebook can tell you I've reached this number of people, but you're not seeing any sales from your end. And this is the biggest challenge, even with influencers and doing digital marketing, is that when you ask these platforms to go for reach, they are going to give you huge reach, but you're not seeing the results. You're not seeing the ROI at the end. But how can you verify that? Blockchain is going to solve most of these problems, because now for each person who has a social media account, they are verified. They are verifying that these are individuals, and that ownership of their data online is there, and they're able to protect it in a way that you can't transfer, you can't steal it, and you can't fake it. So blockchain Web 3.0 is coming on board, and using blockchain based social platforms are emerging. So keep an eye on the potential of things like non-fungible tokens, NFTs, decentralized ownership, and tokenized economies in the future of social interactions. And this is going to help us a great deal, especially like for me, for the campaigns that I run. One of the greatest challenge that we have there is when clients come and say they want engagement, they want reach. All those things really don't count when it comes to the bottom line metrics, such as your order value, your average cut value, the number of purchases that you've had or leads that you have had. And those are some of the challenges that we have there. And Web 3.0 is going to it's going to resolve some of those challenges that are coming along. So the next thing that I think I've already talked about is trust. Trust is going to be a key element in digital marketing. So if you can't build trust, if people can't trust you online, then you're going to have a big challenge. So look at how, start creating content, start also being transparent with your data practices, prioritize user privacy, and build genuine trust with your audience. Those are very important. Trust actually is what drives online business. If people can't trust you, they're not going to be able to buy from you or spend with you. And at the end of the day, as a marketer, as a salesperson, at the end of the day, what you want is to be able to persuade your audience that you're the best, and also that you are concerned about the challenges that they might be passing through. So being authentic will be a key thing there. So build trust and take privacy concerns very seriously. So the next thing that you want to consider there, it's micro influencers. They are coming up. And for me, in terms of small businesses and brands, what you want to do is to also become a micro influencer yourself. Instead of hiring influencers to push your brand, to push your content, because they are only going to push your brand when you are selling, and you want to build content that is, with the 5 pillars that we usually talk about. You want to have like 5 things that you're discussing in your own content, and then one of them is you selling your product. The other ones is you offering value to your audience, which is very important. So look out for, if you need to engage influencers, look out for micro influencers, people who have niched down to specific industries or subcategories in your industry, you know, something that you might be interested in, and engage them at that level, because at that level they have people who are really engaged, people who are going to take action, instead of going for people who have gone broad in terms of their in terms of their niche. So go for micro influencers, people who have small audiences but really engaged audiences. So the other thing is that beyond the feed, there are other now alternative platforms. So it's not just TikTok, it's not just Instagram and Facebook, YouTube. You know, the ones that we know now, there are others that are coming up, and it's you as a brand, you as a business owner, you want to explore those other platforms. And I've said there, like Clubhouse and Twitch, you know, for audio-based connections and other interactive experiences. So diversify your presence to resonate with your specific audience. Understand who your audience is. So you need to understand them really well, and you can use AI tools to actually understand your audience, understand where they are, you know. So create that using different AI tools, and they are there. There are AI tools for video creation, video transcription. There are so many things that you can do with AI right now. Some of the repetitive tasks that are there, you know, you can use AI to drive that. So the next thing you want there is to embrace the ephemerality of the content that we have right now. So people are watching stories, because ephemeral content basically is content that lasts like a day. You know, the stories that we share on WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram. That's the ephemeral content, and it's very effective. It will reach a lot of people in that one day, and people will tend to take action because that content only lasts for a short period of time. And the other thing is live sessions like this one. People tend to take action when you go live, because it's for a specific period of time. So it's always very important for you to look out for those, explore those platforms, explore those formats, different formats of content, and see how your audience responds. And always remember that it's about having a strategy and executing it, and sticking on it for a while to see how it works, you know. So be sure to do that. So the next one. So those are the 10 threads on social media that you want to look at, and these are the ones that I had on my slides. So I'm going to remove the slides, and now I'm going to talk about the other three. The other 2 points that I said we are going to cover, and the first point, the second point is content that converts. So I would want us to look at content that converts, understanding the art of creating shareable and engaging content that resonates with your audience, leading to increased brand awareness and loyalty. Social media at the upper, you know, at the top level is basically to build brand awareness and to build loyalty, but it can also drive sales. When you're doing organic content, you're basically trying to build brand awareness. You're trying to build loyalty among your customers and your audience. But when you're using ads, you are looking for sales. So it's very important for you to understand those two separate approaches to digital, to social media. There is organic growth, and there is and there is advertising where you paid advertising where you're actually paying to get the results that you want. So in terms of creating content that converts, that affects your ROI, one of the things that you want to do is to understand your audience. So understanding your audience, as I had said earlier, you can use the tools that are out there to create, to understand your audience better, understand, before you tap, before you start creating content and all that, understand your audience. What are the pains that they are going through? Remember, we usually talk about the three main problems that people have. People have problems with relationship, people have problem with health, people have problem with wealth. So you are either in relationship building, you're solving, you can look at the problems that your product or service resolves in terms of relationship. You can look at the problem your product resolves in terms of health or wealth. Is your product, do people buy your product so that they can build relationship, they can look good in front of people? Or, like, why would I buy this huge machine, powerful, basically, first of all, I want to make a statement when people see me. So there is relation aspect there, So when I come into a room, or I come into a room and I have really good suit, people are going to start a relationship from that level, So it's always very important to look at your product. Don't just start selling. If you're in a fashion job, don't just sell clothes just like that. Understand what it does to the end user, understand what it does to your customer. And then let me just turn off this. So understand what it does for your customer. Does it make them feel wealthier? Does it help them create wealth? Does it help them be more healthy or healthier? Or does it help them build relationship? Once you understand from that perspective, then your messaging will be different, and you'll be able to establish to differentiate yourself in terms of messaging, marketing messaging. Once you understand your audience, you'll also be able to do what we call market message matching, because one of the greatest challenge I've seen with advertisers is that you're finding a person running ads, and a customer doesn't know about your product. A customer doesn't know about the solutions, that whether they are solutions to their problems, and then you're talking about those solutions, you're talking about your product, and the customer is not at that level. So understanding your audience is key. Understand where they are in the customer journey. Are they product aware? Are they solution aware? Or are they problem aware? Once you understand that, then you can tailor your message to match that audience. The other thing is that you want to hook them, from the start. So understand your audience, the type of challenges that they are going through. What is it that they think about all the time? Are they thinking about the problem that they have? Are they thinking about the solutions that are there already? Or are they thinking about your specific product? So once you realize the problem they are going through, you are able now to hook them with the product or problem messaging, So hook them from the start. And remember that attention span is really short right now. 3 seconds. They're saying that people have shorter attention span than a goldfish. So you want to understand that you want to grab their attention really quickly, and the only way you grab people's attention is by understanding their mind. What is it that is stressing them at that point, and then, or what is it that is trending at that point, and then use that content to capture their attention And once you have their attention, then you can drive that messaging, and probably at the end you could get a sale, right? So also tell stories, understand how you can come up with good stories, that brand stories that can actually drive engagement and brand loyalty. It's about telling stories. Be involved in what your audience is passionate about. So if your audience is passionate about let's say problems such as what could be a good problem. Let's say they're interested in football. Start sponsoring football matches and things like that. Just be involved in what they are involved in, and tell stories of success in those with actual people. With real people. So remember that humans are hardwired for stories. That's how we have come this far. People love stories, and you have seen how YouTube channels that start with people telling stories and things like that, they really peak because people love stories. And you can remember probably how you loved those stories za kitambo, Marimo. So it's that is still there up to now, and it's once you understand how you can tell those stories, and tell those stories in a mobile first world, then you're going to be really successful in your social media advertising. So weave narratives into your content, whether it's personal anecdote, case study, or even product demonstration. Try to weave stories into those. Add emotions into those stories. Add context. Make sure that they are memorable. Memorable stories that you're telling. So all those are very good things that you can do there to ensure that you're getting things done the right way. So the next one, let me see. The next one that you want to do there is to keep it concise. With your content, with the content that you're creating, keep it concise, keep it simple, easy for people to understand. The other thing you want to do is to embrace different formats. So whether you're going to do it in text, in images, in videos, whether they are going to be horizontal, vertical, or vertical type of formats, understand the platform where you're going to share your content, and then create those content. Then there is visualizing your value. Be able to demonstrate your value, the value of your content. And remember what we were talking about some time back. The difference between the value of your product or service and the price tag on your product. You want to make sure that you understand the value of your product to the end user. Now, also demonstrate that value to the end user. Be able to demonstrate that value to the end user, whether you're going to use stories and different type of content to showcase and to help people visualize the value of your product, so that people can say the value of your product is at this level, but your price is at this level, and then they can buy. People don't buy when they think the value and the price are at the same level, or that the price is higher than the value of your product. So always make sure that you have higher value for your product or service, and you're able to demonstrate that, and then have your price at a lower level. Have the value at 10 times more than the price tag, and that way people are going to buy. But when you talk about your product and you're demonstrating your services and things like that, and people can see that difference in value and price, they're not going to buy. But once you show that this is so valuable, and it's something that they can actually see, something that is actually resolving the problems that they have, so they can see this product is this much valuable and this guy is giving it to me at this price. This is a discount, and then they can buy, you know. So being able to establish that, it's key basically to your success. Be authentic and transparent. That goes without saying. Make sure that you're authentic. Make sure that you're transparent. People can smell fakeness from afar, you know. So be sure that you're authentic, and you're also transparent in your dealings. Number 8, you want to encourage interaction. So make sure, like right now, I'm asking you guys to comment on the comment section. Thank you very much, Stella, for the comments that you've sent on YouTube. So guys who are on Facebook, thank you very much for the likes. Make sure that you are commenting. I'll be able to read. Whether you are on Facebook or you are on YouTube, I'll be able to read. This same live is on YouTube and Facebook. So I'll be able to read your comments wherever you're going to type them live as we are live. I see our time has really gone. I wanted to finish early. Wanted to do this in 30 minutes, but we've gone 40 minutes so far. So let me go through this really quick. So number 9 is you want to promote and share your content on different platforms. And number 10 is that you want to analyze and adapt. You know, creating engaging content is an ongoing process. So like for me, I've been doing digital or online marketing and advertising for the longest, for over a decade now. But I've never been so much into creating content, into creating organic content. And that's the area that I'm now getting into. The reason why I'm getting into that is because that's where, you know, we are going. Even for clients that I get to run ads, to run their Facebook marketing and Facebook pages, they are looking at what is it that you're doing yourself as an individual. What is it that you're doing? Do you understand? And as long as you can show the type of content and you're sharing that knowledge and everything, you know, you're able to bag those clients easily because you're able to show what is it that you're doing. So make sure that content creation basically is an ongoing process. Track your results, analyze, you know, what works, what doesn't work. It's about having a mindset of testing, you know, testing, reiterating every piece of content. Just because something didn't work yesterday doesn't mean it won't work tomorrow, you know. Always keep testing different angles with different audiences, and you will find your space as you continue doing it, you know. So don't wait to be perfect. Start right now, and, you know, go perfecting that your content creation as you go along, you know. So, and that's something that we even do for ads. For you to be able to come up with an effective ad, for you to come up with an effective advertising strategy, you want to be able to test different messaging, different audiences, different hooks, different call to actions, you know, and whichever works, you know, you work with that as you continue testing. There is no relenting. And just as organic content, even on paid advertising, patience is key, because you want your audience to understand who you are and to be able to trust your content as you do your advertising. So the last point is analytics and ROI. So we are going to dive into social media analytics to see how you measure the effectiveness of your campaigns and discover how you can actually maximize your return on investment. So number one thing that you want to do there is to define your goals and key performance indicators. So many times I find people, you know, they actually want leads, they want sales, but what they have set as their goal or what they are going for is engagement, you know. So they go to Facebook ads, they run engagement campaigns, and they are seeing so many likes, so many comments, but no sales. So it's very important for you to understand how these platforms work. When you ask these platforms to go for likes, to go for engagement, they are going to give you engagement. When you go for sales, you're going to get sales. So be sure of what it is that you want from these platforms, especially Facebook. When you ask it to give you sales, it's going to give you sales. It's going to go out there, look for people who are more likely to convert, and and that those are the people that it's going to give you. If you go for likes, that's what it's going to give you. It's going to give you more likes, right? So the other thing is that you want to be able to track and analyze data. You can utilize, native platforms for analyzing data. So if you go to Facebook Business Manager, you'll be able to see how you can track data using Facebook Pixel. If you are on Google, you can use Google Analytics, you can use Google Tag Manager to make sure that you're tracking the performance of or what your audience is actually doing, what the traffic that is coming to your page, to your website is doing there. And then you can create different content for people who have done different things on your website, So you can also consider other analytics tools. There are so many other analytics tools that you can use there. So some of the key metrics that you can measure, the simple ones are reach and impressions. Those are the ones you get, especially when you're doing organic or probably you're utilizing influencers. You'll be able to measure reach and impressions, and engagement. The other thing that you want to look at is the click-through rate, If you're running ads, you want to look at the click-through rate. How are people clicking your ad to probably land on your website or go to your website or do what it is that you want them to do? Look at the click-through rate. Click-through rate, once you monitor that, you're going to see how many clicks your post drives to your website or landing page. And also look at the conversion, focus on metrics like signups, downloads, purchases, that are tied directly to the campaigns that you're running, right? The other thing you want to measure there is cost per acquisition. How much are you spending to acquire a customer? And if it's and this will your cost per acquisition will be determined by the product price. So if you are on a high ticket brand, probably you can spend more to get the customer. And remember what we said. I had said this in some of the content that I've created, that the person who's willing to spend more to acquire a customer wins. So if you are able to spend more to acquire a customer, you will win. And this is where the challenge comes in. Most people are not able to come up with strategies that will help them spend more to acquire a customer than their competitors. So it's always the case of I'm spending so much money, but I'm not getting the clients. But basically, it's the way you've structured your business. And this is the reason why I say in our training, the one we do for 6 weeks, for 12 weeks, in our training, we usually even come up with the ways of you offering services to your clients, probably even new services to your clients, probably still aligned with what you're offering right now, but in a way that you can bundle your services together so that you have more value. You can show more value to your customer, put it at a good price, and then you will be able to spend more to acquire the customer, because this CPA is killing so many campaigns, because you can't continue spending money and you're not acquiring customers at the right thing. So the other thing you want to consider there is optimizing your ROI. So you can do this by doing A/B testing. You can refine your audience targeting. You can embrace storytelling, and you can stay updated with the trends that are there. Adapt them to your strategy, and understand how you can use those trends and those stories that you have to drive your business growth. The other thing you want to consider there is tools and resources that you might have. Use UTMs to track what people are doing, whether your campaigns are generating the results that you want. Use tools for social listening, tools like Brand 24, there is Meltwater. Those tools will help you monitor brand mentions and online conversations about your industry and competitors. You can also use tools like Answer the Public to see, what the industry is basically searching for, what your audience are searching for when they go to search engine tools. Then also, look at industry benchmark, compare your performance against industry averages to see where you stand and identify areas of improvement. So I think those three things are very important for you to get started in 2024. Those are the strategies that you can use to start generating the sales that you want in 2024. And you will be able to see great results in 2024 if you use good, basically good strategies for your business. So go ahead and go through this video again, see areas that you can see of improvement. Let me know the type of content probably that you would also love, the challenges that you're facing in advertising. I've ran campaigns of $10,000 in a month. In terms of managing budgets, I've managed budgets of hundreds of thousands of dollars. So whichever budget that you might have, to run ads or to come up with a strategy for your business, we can always look at the strategies that that are actually going to be helpful to you. So make sure that you're asking those questions. I would love to tailor my content to the things that the challenges that people have, and now we'll be able to be helpful to you. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I'm looking at my clock and I see it's 9:45. I wanted to finish by 9:30 to 9:40, so I'm already overboard. Thank you very much for staying up to this point. I'll see you in the next live coming up next week, Monday. So be sure to just show up on that day. Thank you very much and see you then.